Okay, well, hello, Tyler and everyone. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey Garrett, good to see you.
Yeah.
Last time we did one of these, I had just come up from a meeting and I think I was like wearing a suit jacket or something, and now it's a holiday week and I'm working from home and I feel like I'm just distracted by my beard, which is longer than usual. I've got the new Live in Everett t-shirt on,
Yeah,
um,
I like it. Looking good.
cashed out,
Good
enjoying
thing.
the holiday vibes.
Awesome, man.
Got my Diedrich. You got your Diedrich?
I got my Diedrich. That's right. I got the big boy again. Yeah, I like their holiday cups. People always
I
get
feel
excited
like
about the holiday cups.
I feel like you got to hit it big time in the coffee world to have your own holiday cups because it can't be, you got to be doing enough volume to justify getting your own cups printed. So I feel like shout out to Diedrich, you know,
Yeah,
to
that's a
be
good
like at
point.
that level where they're printing their own cups.
That's a good point. Yeah, much thanks and love to Diedrich for sponsoring this video. Today, we're going to be talking about 2020 because it's the end of the year. It's almost New Year's. Hope you're all having a happy holidays. And so we're going to be chatting about, let's see, the top 10 new businesses of 2020, our personal highlights from 2020, and the top stories that we ran on Live in Everett in 2020. We're going to talk about the top 10, and yeah, should be a fun time. I can't believe it's almost 2021. Can you believe it, Tyler?
I can't. I feel like this year, like on one hand, it feels like it's gone by in the blink of an eye. On the other hand, I had COVID back in March and that feels like it was a lifetime ago. I feel like it's been
Totally.
such a novel year, and maybe novel is an understatement. But there's been just maybe tumultuous is a better way to put it. It's been such a tumultuous year that my sense of time is all discombobulated. But yeah, holy crap, I can't believe it's already almost 2021.
Yeah, it's wild. It still feels so weird to say 2021. I need to say it like 100 times or something to like get used to it rolling off my tongue. It still just doesn't feel right. But
Yeah.
speaking of things that are novel and maybe hopefully more fun than 2021, 2020 was, depending on how it went for you. It's a crazy year. But let's talk about some of the new businesses that opened in Everett this year. You were asking me earlier about Pop Skate Shop. That was one I was really excited for because, as you well know, I've been skateboarding for super long. Actually, I think this Christmas was like 25 years that I've been skating,
Wow. Right on.
and you skated for a long time too.
Yeah, since fifth or sixth grade, middle school and high school, it was sort of my whole identity was being a skateboarder. And I know you from back in those days, you were like big time. You were like one of those guys I looked up to. But some of the guys who opened up that shop are like people I looked up to too, that have been friends and acquaintances of mine most of my life. So,
Right? Yeah.
um,
And Corey, you probably went to school with him, right?
yeah, yeah, all three Corey brothers. I know from growing up. My best friend growing up was John Weitzel, and his sister was like best friends with Ben Corey. They were in the same grade, and so Ben was always like the cool kid that was really good at skateboarding. His dad is my baseball coach, Jack. Uh, so yeah, I haven't been in there yet. Have you? You've been in there? Tell me about it.
Yeah.
First of all, how is Ben these days? I'm just kidding. That'll take way too much time.
Oh yeah, he seems good. I popped in there the other week and did a little write up on it. You guys can find it over on the blog. But yeah, it's a cool shop. They got a good amount of different decks and accessories or completes. They've got some shoes in there already, and some
Cool.
different clothes. And yeah, it's not a huge space, but they have a little bit of everything. And yeah, it's a cool little spot. And then right around the corner from there, a new game store opened up just like a month ago or so, called Best Puzzles and Games. And now you're frozen. Or maybe I'm frozen and I can't tell. Pause for slow internet. Oh, looks like it might be me.
There you are.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hey,
Guess my internet decided to be slow. All
well, I'm
right.
glad it was you and not me because usually that's happening to me like all day working from home. So, anyway, we were talking about Pop Skate Shop, and you said right around the corner from Pops is, and then
Oh
you
yeah.
chose.
So another new business recently opened up right around the corner. Best Puzzles and Games. It's new puzzle shop. Is puzzles is like their specialty. They also have like games and gifts and little stuff. And it's funny. I first went in there a few weeks ago when it like first opened, and it used to be a bail bonds place right next to Escape Scene there. And so they had
Yep.
opened up the puzzle shop, but they didn't have their new signage up yet. So it still had like the bail bonds sign up there. And I guess he was still having people like coming in there, like thinking it was a bail bonds place. But now it's a game
Yeah.
store, which is a lot more fun than another bail bonds place. So
It was probably pretty puzzling to go in there for a bail bond, but then walk into a puzzle shop. Hey, did you pitch our monkey puzzle tree puzzle idea to them
no,
while you
I'd
were in there?
forgotten about that. That's a good idea.
Monkey puzzle trees of Everett puzzle. Um,
We should make that
best.
happen. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Quite a few new food and drink spots opened up despite the pandemic. Kind of a rough time to open a new business, but
No kidding.
um, Nadine's has been one of my favorites. That new little coffee shop,
Yeah.
like right behind John Loren's barbershop. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Um, it's really, really nice inside. The coffee's good. The people are cool. Um, sort of, you know, try to hit all the downtown coffee spots, but that one's, I feel like it's like such a surprise when you walk into it. I don't know, when you walked into it the first time, you're like, what is this place? It's like kind of unassuming, and then all of a sudden you're in this beautiful coffee shop. And um, so,
Yeah, it feels like a nice cocktail bar, like an
hmm
intimate, cool, classy cocktail bar. I feel like is the vibe.
yep, yep, totally.
It's pretty cool. Do you have any favorites on the list of stuff that's open this year?
Let me look at the list. There is this one. Oh, the Bayside Cafe. I've got to know the owner Jasper a little bit through some of the stuff I've been doing with the city of Everett. And as a vegetarian, I really it's become one of my go-tos for like vegetarian food, particularly like vegetarian. I don't want to say junk food because junk food is wrong and it makes it sound like the food is like unhealthy, but like normal non-vegetarian food like veggie burger and like the cauliflower buffalo stuff like that, like the things that feel a little more like bar food or things like that. I really like Bayside Cafe. And
I
then
really want to try that place out. It's been on my list for a while, and yeah, I need to make it over there.
yeah, that spot Frida's,
Hmm.
that is kind of what is that, Everett and Colby, right there by the
Right next to A Pizza.
Chase. Yeah, right next to A Pizza House, which A Pizza House, shout out to them. That was my spot for years and years. The the Frida's, it's like a snack candy snack shop, and it sort of reminds me of that Mise and Tajitos, which is down in Everett's coolest strip mall, off Everett Mallway. Um, and I like to go to Frida's for the elote, the corn on the cob, like the doctored up corn on the cob. It's like a really good
Nice.
snack. They have
Yeah,
these like spicy fruit cups that are really good, and it's a cool spot. So I really enjoyed that place too.
nice. Yeah, that's super cool. Um, yeah, Tuba Bakery, Cafe UU, which Cafe UU was kind of like right at the, I think, very end of 2019, like very beginning of 2020, somewhere
Yeah,
right around there. Um,
we went to Cafe UU not that long ago, for like a special tasting. I don't know if you remember that. We
yeah.
we did that article and took some photos, and
Awesome.
I broke my vegetarian
That's right.
fast
You did.
because I always say that if somebody prepares me meat, I'm not going to be a jerk and turn it down. And that bulgogi beef, gosh, I cannot quit thinking about it. I feel like Cafe UU is unfortunate because they opened up like they haven't been able to hit their stride yet, and it's so good and so classy, and the owner is amazing, and I really am hoping that they get a fully open and realize their potential in 2021. That
Totally.
bulgogi beef, man, I cannot quit thinking about it. I think I'm just gonna like quit being vegetarian like once a quarter so I can go there and get that.
There you go. Have your quarterly cheat day.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, definitely cool to see new cool businesses opening up still. You can see all 10 of these over on the blog. We posted an article last week. So liveineverett.com/blog if you want to go check that out. And yeah, let's just talk about kind of 2020 in general for a minute. And we already kind of started talking about it a little bit in the intro. How yeah, I think you said it well that like time just feels like it's been moving so weird this year. Like on one hand, it's gone by so fast, but on the other hand, it's like gone by so slow. And yeah, I don't know how's your year been in general.
Um, I feel really fortunate, all things considered. We are still small business owners. I work at the city now. I think that had I not transitioned to go work at the city when I did, I would be in a much tougher place. Most of my like income was wrapped up in all of it was wrapped up in owning a small business, with the majority of the revenue coming as was tied up in tourism. And with COVID, I mean, tourism has taken such a big hit. So I feel really fortunate. Not to say there hasn't been some bumps along the road, but I think all things considered, I've been really fortunate. And I think this kind of things moving fast and slow, and that feeling is the result of, they say that when they say that routine is what makes time, when they say I say this is an article I read on the internet, by the way. What makes time feel like it goes so fast when you become an adult are routines. You get so set in your routines and your commute and your work and all of that. Whereas when you're younger, things are newer and more novel. You're less tied up in routines. You're going through different grades, learning different things. And so I think 2020 has both been really novel, with all the crazy crap that has happened with the pandemic and the election and well, just those. Not to mention the transition for me, transitioning to working for in government for the first time. But also my life has been so full of routines because I've been working from home. I'm not going out as much. I'm not seeing people as much. I've been really homebound, so I think that's what's making it feel like both really fast and really slow. But highlights for the year, I would say my number one highlight is Donald Trump isn't going to be our president anymore. I mean, I hate to show my colors too much. We try to stay kind of nonpartisan here, but damn that, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah,
Low lights, definitely the pandemic.
yeah. I hear you, man. Yeah, I feel like if I had to pick a theme for this year, I would say it's probably been like letting go, because there's been so much transition and up and down. And even though there's a lot of things that have happened in the world externally, like I've probably done more internal work on myself this year than I ever have before. And so it's been interesting pairing the tumultuous times that are happening in the outside world with me kind of going through this personal journey of working on myself inwardly. And I think that's how a lot of it has kind of like come together, of just like having to find more peace and like unknowing, and finding more peace just in like the moment, and letting go of like expectations, because I think this year's probably proved better than any other that we don't really know what to expect. And things are going to happen no matter what we do.
Totally.
And so yeah, I've just been really working on trying to kind of let go of control and expectations. And I mean, you know me better than most, that in the past I've been so goal oriented, and I think that has resulted in a lot of the times me trying to have like a high level of control and trying to be like a big planner, and two, yeah, with like running Live in Everett, and most of our funding comes from our members, which are mostly small businesses, and they've obviously been hit like so hard. And so yeah, I feel like I've just had to make peace with a lot of things this year. Just like, wasn't expecting things to go this way, but I guess I need to find a way to be okay with that, and that's okay.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. And not to negate the suffering of
Yeah, no, not at all.
people right now, but I think the fact that we're all in it together and that we're experiencing um, the suffering of COVID-19 differently. I feel like everybody's impacted. And so I do, at least in my world, I seem to experience like a collective, like grab a bucket and help bail, like let's have each other's back. We did this thing at the city of Everett where Everett fire took Santa around to all the different neighborhoods. Originally, we were just going to take Santa around for fun so the kids could come out and get their wave on with Santa socially distanced. But at the last minute, we turned it into a food drive and asked for donations. And I think I saw the count today. We collected over 8,000 pounds of food for
Wow,
Volunteers of America between those 4 Santa routes,
wow.
and 4 truckloads worth of toys and a bunch of monetary donations. And just feel like the generosity, community coming together, and has just been really, really positive. I think community to me is like the most important thing, you know. Um,
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool, and a really good point, that even though this year has uniquely had some of the hardest challenges I think we've had to face collectively, I think it's also been a chance for people to like show their true colors, and a lot of people to stand up and do a lot of good and help out, even when times are tough. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely thankful that my wife and I have been able to maintain employment, and for everything that's been happening, that we've been, uh, for the most part, pretty unaffected. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people have had to go through some really hard things. There's obviously a lot of work still to be done in terms of like racial justice type matters. Um, but yeah, things are going to keep happening, and it's just cool to see that so many people are willing to stand up and put in some extra help and donate and give, and help those out who have fallen on harder times. And so yeah, it's been an interesting year for sure.
yeah, yeah. I know we're gonna move on to the next topic here, but before we do, I just want to say, like, if you have the means right now, I think our local restaurant industry could really use support. That's one thing that I've noticed in processing CARES grants at the city is um, bars and restaurants. These business owners, I'm so enamored by the people who open up bars and restaurants. They're highly skilled people with the vision who open up these establishments and pour their life savings into them, and then to have a pandemic come along, it's like there's been some federal money that we've been able to give out at the local level through our CARES program, and the county's given out quite a bit of money too, and but it's not enough. And so if you are a person and you're watching this, uh, know that things like Uber Eats and Postmates and all that stuff take a commission. The best thing you can do is go and pick up takeout and pay cash if you can. The credit card companies charge a processing fee, so every little bit of money to go into these restaurants.
Yeah, what a good
That's what I would ask for.
yeah, what a good excuse to go enjoy some delicious food and help out the
Totally.
community at the same time. It's a good win-win.
Yep. Yep.
Um, so speaking of restaurants and other things, let's talk about the top 10 articles that we had on Live in Everett in 2020. You want to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So let's see. I guess since we were already talking about restaurants, Tuba Bakery, which is a new French bakery in the south of Everett, that was the seventh most popular article of the year. A black-owned business as well, which is cool. And there's
So,
actually not that many. I kind of expected there to be more food. Well, I guess we got Zoe's chicken sandwiches on there. That was number 5.
mhm.
Most of the articles aren't food related though, which I kind of expected.
Yeah, I always expect the food articles to take the cake, but I'm looking at the list right now. Take the cake. That was an unintentional pun, by the way.
Uh,
I'm looking at these, and a lot of real estate. People are interested in this in real estate this year.
yeah, 4 out of the top 10 articles are related to real estate or a house in some form or another. So that was pretty interesting. Including the top one was actually one that Christopher Bragg wrote about Nickel Brothers moving a mansion. It's called This Mansion in Everett is Looking for a Home. So that was the top story of the year.
Wow, that is fascinating. Why that one? Why that one?
Yeah, I think Nickel Brothers shared it on their
Hmm,
social media, and I think they might have like a pretty large
yeah,
following. I don't know. It was pretty novel. The fact that you can buy, like right now, I think it's this mansion is just basically like sitting up on lifts, like in a parking lot or something. Or I mean,
yeah.
maybe it's sold by now, but it is yeah, just such a unique situation.
Yeah. So, and then number 2 is the house at Laurel Drive.
Which Richard Porter wrote that one, which, as you well know, he's a phenomenal writer, really well written piece. Um, and then let's see, Linda wrote one about Everett's award-winning Instagram-worthy home. That was number 10. And then the Rucker Mansion was number 6. That was one I wrote. Which I was so
Yeah.
stoked to write because I love that house and I got to go tour it, which is super cool.
Is
Uh,
it still for sale, or did it finally sell?
Last I heard, it was still for sale, but I haven't checked on it in a while, so I could be out of the loop on that. But
It really is an amazing place. The
yeah, it's
Everett's award-winning
pleasant.
Instagram-worthy home. That's the Matashack house over in Riverside, and I don't know if you remember, but when we co-hosted the Monte Cristo Awards in 2019, the Matashacks won that.
That's right. I do remember that. Yeah, they won the big award, which I forget the name of it offhand, but yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was like they'd already won a Monte Cristo, and then they got a Super Monte Cristo, and I'm jealous. I'm still
Yeah,
waiting for my Monte Cristo. Working
it's
my butt off over here.
the Krell. I think it's Marion Krell. I think was her name. The Krell Award. I think is the big
Yep,
one that they got.
yep. I think
And
you're
yeah,
right.
man, you deserve one for your house, or at least you will once it's done. I feel like you've already done enough work that you deserve it. But yeah, you've been. I remember when you first bought your house. I think you told me it was probably going to take like 3 or 4 years to rehab it all, and I was like, oh yeah, right. And now it's what 3 or 4 years later, and you're like still working on it and going to town, and yeah, you've been doing a great job.
It's going to be like a new house when I'm done. I was thinking about that too, that it really has taken like 3 or 4 years. And um, during the pandemic, I feel like it's been the thing that is helping me get through. Unlike you're kind of turning inward and doing some internal work and mindfulness and taking time to stop and smell the roses and reflect on things. And I'm just like, gosh, give me something to do because my stress and anxiety is through the freaking roof and I just need to stay distracted. And if I'm not distracted, I'm like sad about something, you know? So,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
not a bad hobby to distract yourself with, because I know you seem to enjoy it. So,
totally.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Um, so yeah, there's been some pretty cool stories this year. One I should mention actually is on the Irwin Family Lights. They do the Christmas lights show. So that was our third most popular article this year, but it's actually Linda pulled this list and included the top articles of all time. We've been doing Live in Everett for over 5 years now. And so that Irwin Family Lights article is actually the top story that we've ever ran on Live in Everett. It's been the most popular. And
Wow.
I guess this year it's been getting so the people going to watch the Irwin Family Lights because it's just someone's house in a residential neighborhood. And I guess it's been getting crazy busy because I heard someone did like a TikTok and it like went viral and blew up. And so now they've had to start making changes. And it's been like, yeah, I guess just like crazy amounts of people have been going to watch things. So
It's amazing how one viral TikTok video can like change it can have that kind of an impact, you know. It's like that's what happened at Eagle Falls on Highway 2,
yeah,
which is like that swimming hole that's kind of up past, kind of up near Index. Um, we used to go there when I was a kid, and there'd be like nobody there. It was like a secret little spot, and now it's like hundreds of cars are lining Highway 2. Everything's been graffitied. It's like the spot where all the Gen Zers are hanging out. I feel like TikTok is something that we probably need to. Are you on TikTok? Have you
no,
done much TikToking?
I don't even really know what it is. I'm out of the loop. What is it?
Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, the next progression of like, there was like Snapchat and then Instagram started to do Instagram stories. And so they're short little videos and you can put like music to the videos. And so it got popular from a lot of people use it to like do dances and things like that. But I have a TikTok where I do my own dancing. It's Chiz Daddy Dances is my handle. I'm just kidding. That's not true. I think
Yeah.
I do. I am on TikTok. It's like the only social media that I'm really on right now, and I mostly use it uh, for like how-to DIY videos
Hmm.
um, for like house stuff, and then like I follow skateboarders and stuff, and they're just like, it's like just like Instagram stories in a way where it's like if you follow pro skaters, you kind of just go through the stories and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person did that. It's just little things like that. And then you get, the occasional, you know, Gen Z person dancing to WAP or something like that, at least in my feed.
Nice.
So,
Huh.
uh, yeah.
Interesting. So would you recommend it? You sounds like you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like not, I don't feel like it's got the same like, certainly I can see how the algorithm is like influencing what I see, right? But I don't feel like the algorithm is just people that are like enraged on both sides of the political spectrum, like yelling as much as I experience on like Facebook or even Instagram. It's more like delightful content, and that's been good for me right now.
Yeah. Delightful as always. Delightful.
Yeah.
And let's see. I guess my last couple things to note here before we wrap up. So one other theme for the top articles, the fourth most popular article was a list of Everett's Black-owned businesses. And then it's also cool that the two food ones that made the list were the best chicken sandwich in Everett, about Zoe's Chicken Sandwiches, which is a Black-owned business, and then the other one I mentioned, Tuba Bakery, which is another Black-owned business. And so, yeah, that was another cool theme to see.
I
Um,
haven't been to Tuba's yet, full disclosure.
I haven't either.
But Zoe's is fire. I did break my vegetarian fast. I feel like I'm confessing to this a lot. I've been specifically for that fry or for their chicken sandwich.
Yeah, those things are good. And
Incredible.
yeah, I haven't tried Tuba either, Tuba Bakery. But whenever I look at the article and see the photos of like the croissants and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want one. And it's just,
Yeah.
I don't drive to South Everett very often to get like fresh baked goods because it's a little bit out of the way. But one of these days, I'm gonna have to make it by there.
Yeah.
Speaking of fresh baked goods, the last one I'll mention. So one of our contributing writers, Tammy Weisberger, did a story on the best donuts in Everett, and her and some friends and family, they got donuts from a bunch of different shops and did like a blind taste test. And so that was our ninth most popular article of the year. And yeah, donut taste test. I mean, who doesn't love that? That's what you and Henry kind of did that last year for that video of the Tyler Henry standoff.
Yep. Isn't it funny that there's a donut shop called Henry's and a donut shop called Tyler's in Everett, and we were able to do a video of Tyler's versus Henry's, and
It was too perfect.
just happens to be our name. And I'm glad that Tyler's won. I feel like in 99% of the time, Tyler will beat Henry. I mean, it could be like Tyler versus Henry push-up contest, Tyler versus Henry handsome boy modeling contest, Tyler versus Henry cooking
All right,
contest.
all right.
The
Yeah.
only thing
Pull
Henry
that head back down there, buddy. You're splitting away.
Henry's cooler when it comes to shoes. Henry's got some really cool shoes,
He's got a good shoe game. That's true. He might have you beat there.
and he's a really good musician.
um, let's see. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention too. You can check out all 10 of these top stories from the year over on the blog. We just published that piece yesterday. Once again, liveineverett.com/blog if you want to check it out. And anything else you wanted to note there, my friend?
Anything? No, I don't think so.
Well, it's time
I
to
think
wrap up. So yeah,
Yeah, this video has been pretty long, mostly me. And I told you before the video, I'm not going to talk that much. I'm going to keep it. And then, I don't know. I'm just cooped up in my house working on administrative paperwork mostly. So pardon me for being a little verbose.
It's all right. It's all right. Takes two. Takes two.
Yeah, right on. Well, have a happy new year,
Yeah, I hope
Garrett, and everybody.
And yeah, everybody watching, thanks for all your support this year. To all of our viewers and readers, our awesome patrons who support us, whether you give like $1 a month or $30 a month, we super appreciate it. And two, especially all of our members, all the awesome local businesses and organizations that support us. We love you guys so much. We couldn't do this thing without you. And yeah, we're excited to keep it going. Thanks to Linda Warbonnet and Christopher Bragg and Richard Porter and all of our awesome writers and contributors and everyone who helps make it all happen. Yeah, let's keep sharing about the good things happening in Everett. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good. I can't believe we're going into another year of living Everett, and I just cannot wait until we can resume normal life again and start going to shows again and doing all the cool things, celebrating all the good things in full force. So
I know it's going to be extra exciting. So looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Peace.
Bye.